Hello and welcome. Today we have Yellow Isle by Je, and she has decided to make a realistic island for her villagers to use. So basically there's a lot of areas on her island that are designed specifically for her villagers, such as the gym, there's a clinic, there's also a graveyard. She wanted to make things that seemed purposeful, that would be purposeful in real life. And she decided to interpret all of those areas and design them in Animal Crossing. So I'm really excited to tour this island, and she already welcomes me with a party popper. I haven't had someone do that actually, so that's really cute of her. Thank you. So I really like this idea of, since she has a residential services that's close to her Dodo Airlines, she decided to make a bridge place to connect them together. Instead of, since she doesn't have enough room for a giant plaza, she decided to do this, and you got to make the best of where your residential services is placed since you can't move it. And I think she did a great job with that so far with the waterfall and the terraforming. And if we take a look at her map, it looks very awesome. I love how she put her map on the simple panel. She converted it to a pattern. But her actual map has a lot of interesting bridges, as well as it's very unique. I haven't seen a map like this actually. I love seeing all of the unique designs that people come up for their map. But anyway, this is the waiting area for the airport. It has a lot of vending machines and cotton candy and popcorn machines. You could buy those from the Nook terminal if you look at your special items that you can buy. And this is our gym. I love that outfit name. Can't skip leg day. Yep, you can't. Gotta get swole. So this is where her villagers come and work out, I guess. It's got some protein powder, as well as, you know, the treadmills and the weightlifting gear. It's mainly for her jock villagers. I'm guessing she designed this for. But if we come to the right here, we have a yellow hotel. Okay, so this is the hotel. And in front of the hotel is a fountain, as well as some benches, just like a normal hotel would have. And she just has like a simple waterfall in the background with some bushes aligning the cliffs. So very nice design, and some flags to welcome you. Now this is really cool. I really enjoy this design for a lobby. So she has a concierge over there with the male and female outfits. If you place some patterns down, they will appear in mannequin form, and it kind of works really well for a concierge. Or if you want like an attendant at a desk, you can do that. She has some art on the walls, as well as some awards and a piano to tie in the whole lobby feeling together, because usually a hotel lobby would have a piano. Now this is her diner. It is very nice, I must say. I love the theme she went with here. So if you ever take a road trip and you're stopping at a rest stop or something, or a rest stop diner, this is kind of what it reminds me of. They usually have a bunch of art and awards covering the walls, maybe some road signs. So it definitely, the wallpaper works very well here with the whole diner theme, if you're ever looking to do a diner like that. I think we're going to check her right room really quick. Also, I love how there's a magazine here and some tea with the rattan furniture. It works very well for a lobby. Alright, and this is the restaurant that would usually be attached to a hotel. It looks like we have like an Asian themed restaurant with a dim sum cart in the bottom right. And this is a family style restaurant, so you know, you just spin the middle table and you take the food that you want and put it on your personal plate. I love this item in Animal Crossing. It works so well for any restaurant needs you may have. And then over here in the corner, here's like the personal incense burner, as well as some music. This is where you relax and chill after you eat. Or maybe this is an actual thing in Asian restaurants. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. But it just seems like a cool divider place where you sit and wait for everyone else to finish eating, maybe. Okay, I think we're going to check out our left room here. Also, I love this side table that she included with the plant and the candle. Oh, now this is really cool. Wow. So this is an indoor theater. I really appreciate this room. This is giving me some ideas. She used the cloud flooring as well to give it that extra aesthetic, you know? The lights are turned off. She has some lights coming from the floors, and the villagers as the movie posters is such a creative idea. That's so cool. So she decided to use all of these villagers as the movie posters, and it works really well because usually the movie posters would be about that size, and she decided to put 6 TV screens as to make a giant screen. And if we pan around the room, you could see all of the villagers in all of their glory. We got Cherry, we got the unicorn villagers. Yep, the only cinema on the island. It looks very nice. Bravo on that one. That's a really creative idea. I'm sure people are gonna love that. And up here we have a actual hotel rooms. So we have some hotel rooms. You could use the simple panels to divide each of these beautiful rooms, and it makes the one big room that you're given to build on 3 small rooms, and they all have similar furniture. Oh, that is really cool. Each of them have a different color. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I love this idea. So if you have a big room like this and you want to separate it, all you need are some simple panels, and then she included some rugs as well, which is just beautiful interior design skills. I also love the moving wallpaper that's in that room. It makes you feel like you're relaxing on a beach or something. Now this is really cool. I love the space arcade feeling that she gave here. Wow. So this is where you basically gamble with the slot machines and play some arcade machines. Maybe, you know, you could play versus each other here. Some dartboards. Basically all of the recreational games that you could play are in this room right now. I actually really like this arcade design. It reminds me of like maybe the Toy Story arcade, the space arcade. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but that's what it reminds me of right now. There's a space arcade in that movie. So that was the hotel. Very beautiful. I love the aesthetic of this island so far. It's just giving me the best vibes. Here's the resort for hotel guests. It's just a nice beach resort. Usually in hotels, you'll have a beach resort at the outside. So that's what she went for here. And she has like a jacuzzi pool, as well as some beach lounge chairs and a spa pool. Oh, she has a whole spa area over there. Yeah, it's nice. And I love how it's just this small, secluded beach. It feels very nice to walk on. It feels very private and exclusive. You know, like I'm being treated as a premium guest here. So thank you for that. Whoa, this rock garden is very interesting. So it does take a while to set up these rock gardens. You need to fill your island with some mannequins. Basically make sure every 3x3 space where the rock can't spawn, so it spawns where you want it to. It's very confusing. There's some guides on YouTube if you want to look up rock garden guide or something. This is a very cool design for one though. You have the Stonehenge decoration in the middle with the rocks surrounding it, so it fits the theme perfectly. Also playing some kickin' music. Very ritzy island. Now here is the wedding area. No, this isn't the wedding. Wow, this is a concert. Wow. She used the wedding benches as the audience seats, and then here's where you play like a concert or something. So what did you guys think of my concert? You guys like it? Yeah, it's got all of the, I love the white theme that she used, and especially the pattern in the background on the simple panel is very beautiful. It actually worked really well with this stage. And she used a boardwalk wooden pattern to separate the concert audience from the actual stage. So it looks like a stage, and it's very nice. All right, if we go to the right and down, we can see that it's just a stargazing area, a spot for Celeste. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Celeste comes here every so often. Yeah, I never remember to pick those up. Do you, does everyone watching remember? Because I certainly don't every day. And it's a free DIY recipe, so why wouldn't you? All right, if we come down here, this is her other beach place with a star place, it looks like, that we can go to. It's kind of a starry road. And yeah, rainbow garden. Okay, so she's deemed this her rainbow garden. It has a nice color scheme for the flowers. It starts white, it goes yellow, into orange, and then red, and then pink, and blue. It just has all of the colors, actually. And it's kind of like a gradient as well, which I really like. This is awesome. And she played with the depth here as well. She has the moon in front, as well as the moon chairs in back and in front of the moon. So it looks very nice. It looks like it has a lot of depth and texture. And I like her circular paths as well. She separated each of the grass or grassy starry patterns with circular paths. So looks very interesting. All right, if we come back up here, we can see that this is kind of an outdoor restaurant to chill after the concert. So, you know, some concerts near the beach have this actual layout. So it's very cool to see that in Animal Crossing. So after watching a performance, you could come, sit here, relax, have some food, some tea. I like the barrel design as well as the vases. It kind of makes a docking area as well that ships could come by and load their cargo or deload their cargo. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And now if we come over here to this diagonal bridge, I think this is entering her wild forest. So we're gonna see some mushrooms, some trees. Yeah, here is the forest entrance. So here's the forest entrance. We're gonna see some mushrooms, trees, and flowers, and beautiful path designs. So if you're ever looking for a wildlands type of island, maybe you could take some inspiration from this. Oh, but first, we're gonna go take a look at all of these turtles. Look how many turtles there are. Whoa. I wonder how long it took, because, all right, so to get a turtle, you actually have to fish the turtle out of the ocean, or out of the middle divider between the ocean and the lakes. But I wonder how long it took her to get all of these turtles, because turtles are kind of rare. Oh, there's even more. Look how many turtles there are in these turtle sanctuaries. What? There's so much. Oh, the first one she ever got. That's so cute. That's so cute and wholesome. I love it. So there's a lot of turtles here. It does take a while to fish all of these. I'm wondering how long she spent actually fishing. We're going to check that in the interview after, so stay tuned if you're interested in these turtles and the rest of the island, because we are going to have an interview at the end of this island tour. And I also included some timestamps, so if you guys want to skip around, see what you like, that's fine with me. Because I know everyone doesn't watch the whole island tour sometimes, you know, sometimes you just want to get some inspiration really quick, and I appreciate those people as well. My sister's house. Wow. So this is her sister's house. She has a dark aesthetic. She kind of threw her sister's house in the middle of the forest, which is pretty funny if she's the one who placed it here. Ooh, so this reminds me of kind of a murder mystery mansion. Like you would see in the movies. You would see this old-timey mansion The reason I'm thinking that is because of the wallpaper and the flooring, which is skulls. Very interesting. And she has a singular writing desk in the middle of the room, so it's very ominous and mysterious. Now, this is a Moi statue, and I can never say that word, by the way. I apologize for everyone listening. She has a jacuzzi in the middle of the room, as well as some beautiful furniture that's dark themed, so it kind of blends in with the lights off, which is very creepy. And we could go to her left room now. So again, she has all of the lights off. All of the color scheme is still like dark color schemed, so you could hardly see any furniture except for the ones that stand out. So she has a singular light that goes over the stove. And a candle in the corners to make the lighting even more creepy. You know, you get that singular light on your face as you're telling ghost stories. And she has all these knives on the table, which is pretty interesting. I don't understand why you would have this many knives, but, you know, you might have a lot of food to cut, I guess. This sounds in this game could be very creepy if there's no music playing. Like, take a look at this. Like, if you just heard that opening with no music, you'd be very creeped out. And just some footsteps. Ooh. I'm trying to make this more scary than it is when it's just Animal Crossing. Anyway, we're gonna go up to the top room. And here we see a doll that keeps you company while you sleep. You know, if you weren't creeped out by everything else, you just come in this room and they give you a nice companion to keep you company. Wow, so you don't get scared and you don't get nightmares. That's very nice of them, in my opinion, right? That's the way I'm gonna interpret it, and that's the way it's gonna stay. But yeah, it's a typical bedroom with some candles to make it creepy. And yeah, I love the clocks as well. They really fit everything. We got a singular phone in the corner as well to make it even more scary. You know, you'll hear that call and wow. Now, if you ever wanted to make an interrogation room, this is something that I would recommend you take some inspiration from because it's very creepy. You have the concrete flooring as well as the surveillance wallpaper with some paper lanterns and candles in the corners and a singular chair in the middle that's kind of this metal chair that it doesn't look very comfortable. And you have a cooler with some skeletons in the corner. Interesting. So if you, and we're going to take a look at the screens and see that there's just like a ladybug on the screen. You know, it's not that scary when you realize what's actually on the screens, but I wonder what she's checking in there for. I wonder what you would store in a cooler down here. Probably just some like popsicles and stuff. You know, I can't imagine they would store anything else in that cooler. So, oh, it's a freezer, by the way, not a cooler. I'm dumb. And if we go up to the top room, we can see that it's very different from the rest of the house. It's kind of this Japanese theme to balance it all. So, oh yeah, Zen room to balance it all. Wow, she thought the same thing as me. She has a loom here with all of these traditional Japanese themed clothing, as well as a well-lit room. If you ever stay in that house, I recommend you take the top room. All of the other rooms, cursed. So, that was a very interesting house. It was very dark and scary, unlike the rest of this island. So, it was a nice contrast to everything else that was happening. We're going to take a walk through her forest now if you ever need some inspiration for her, for like a fairy forest island. This definitely would work, this kind of path. I'll have all of the paths and patterns in the description for you to check out. We have a log bench here that's very relaxing to sit by the campfire. And if you're ever designing a forest it's good to use these pine trees rather than the normal trees. You got to mix these in every so often because it gives you that dark color that the regular trees are kind of missing. And it's also thinner and more pointy, so it looks more interesting to see pine trees in a forest. And I love the use of weeds here as well as flowers to go into her graveyard. Very fitting that this is right next to the dark and scary house. Interesting that all of the graves are white here. It's very... boo! Hi. So she's dressed up as a mummy. She's trying to scare us. It's not going to work. You're not going to get me this time. She's got some black roses here as well to fit the gloomy feeling that this is supposed to give you. I love that she kind of grouped all of these graves together to make one big grave. And I think that's it for her graveyard. And she has some black lilies up there, which also work very well for the graveyard feeling and the gloomy feeling. Any black flowers, you know, work well for a graveyard. I love that she used the tree cut-ins or the tree stand-ins for this entrance to Red. So this is how she welcomes Red to her island. Since you can't plant trees on the beach, she used these fake ones, which is very cool. I think we're calling out for Red here. Yep, we're calling for Red. Red never seems to want to come to my island. I don't know about everybody else, but every time I look on my map, I'm excited and then immediately disappointed when I look at my secret beach to not see Red's icon. But that's just the way the game is, you know. Sometimes you get Red, sometimes you don't. I will finish my art collection in 2022. Anyway, we're going to her campsite now. Wow, I love the use of her campsite sign because it's kind of, this path would be not obvious to go down, but since there's a campsite sign, you would think that, oh, wait, no, it's just a secret place over here. Interesting. So this is a secret picnic area. And yeah, that was interesting. I love when people use their rocks like that. So if you ever have a blank rock, you could use it to decorate. Just let your imagination go wild. You can make a picnic. You can make a little rock band station. Here's Marshall crashing the tour, always having to have the spotlight. It's not enough for him to have like the #1 popular villager. He has to also crash the island tour. Also, this is a very cool painting station. So this is the Starry Night painting. Wait a second. So behind it is actually referencing the Starry Night. Oh, that's beautiful because if you can see over there, there's a wooden stake on top of that a cliff that kind of represents it in the painting as well. So it's a reference. Oh, wow. That's very nice playing with perspective like that. That's very interesting. Huh. Yeah, a lot of people have that kind of art station, but I've never seen a reference like that where they use a red painting. Interesting. This is the playground. Very simple playground. I like that she included the Zipper toy there. Even though it's pure evil, Zipper and all of his items. She even kept the Bunny Day balloons here. Very nice. So this is the marketplace, and she looks like she's using a lot of the patterns that Sable gives you. If you talk to her every day for a week, she will start to give you patterns that you could use to decorate your stalls. And it works very nice for a lot of applications. She has some fortune-telling stands, some lottery stands. Looks like dirty dishes on a stand, which is pretty interesting. I don't think those are dirty dishes, but it's kind of just like dishware, I guess. Here's where you could play a carnival game for a golden ring, I'm guessing, and stop. Oh, we win! Yeah, we did it. I never win these things. So we actually won. Interesting. I hope she doesn't actually give me the golden ring because I really don't like taking people's items. It makes me feel really guilty even when someone gets me a gift in this game. I always feel bad. And here we have Sahara crashing the tour. I always love seeing the villagers as we're walking by. I like this actually. Oh, I like this a lot. If you have a cutting board outside of your food stand, it kind of gives it that extra aesthetic and design. It just adds that extra detail. She has a lot of different types of pans over here that have a lot of different foods in them. And you could also have some coffee over here. This island tour has just been so relaxing for me. I really enjoy touring people's islands. If you ever want to submit your tour, I have a tour link in the description. I do read them all. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to them. I always feel bad too when I don't get to everybody. But we have right here a place for playing games. Very nice. She has a lot of nooks and crannies that she sticks some random details into, which I really like. Oh, actually, she played with symmetry really well as well here. She has chess on the left side and then the dice game on the right side with a piano to tie it all in together. And behind it is a waterfall, which works very well. We are trying to get this tour. I apologize for the length of this tour, everybody, but there's so much to see and there's so much to experience. So over here, we have a kind of a plant area, I'm guessing, a plant shop. Yeah, so this is a plant shop. She really enjoys collecting plants, so she put them all here. And it looks like a lot of the plants in the game, or at least, are here, actually. That flower cart also is a very nice item. It is very difficult to craft, so not really fun to craft it, but you just have to gather all the flowers, basically. And here is her tea section. So she has a lot of tea stalls here, basically every color. She has a lot of places to drink tea, it looks like. She really enjoys relaxing places. Very interesting that she decided to put so many tea places. I love it. I'm not complaining. It's great. Oh, wow. She has a lot of tables here. And the goldfish and koi really tie it all in together as well. The goldfish, if you just place it down, it has a bowl like that. It just has that really nicely decorated bowl. Oh, here's a place to play by the beach. Very nice. I love that the palm tree is right behind it as well. Feels really tropical. And she has a cherry blossom lantern next to a picnic area with a tiger. I like that people just kind of hide this tiger in their islands. For some reason, this tiger appears a lot whenever I tour an island. People seem to like just placing it down. I don't blame them. It's very nice. And she has a record playing as well there. Ooh, this is a really nice photo spot. So this is a spot where you just stop, take a photo, admire the beauty. Yeah, definitely thumbnail worthy spot. You probably saw this on the thumbnail, didn't you? Because I have trouble making the thumbnails sometimes, but this is definitely going in. It's very nice. Oh, it's a duck. I love the small details she's decided to include in her island. It makes it really interesting to look around and tour. And I really like her terraforming work as well with the waterfalls. She has a lot of nice photo spots and interesting places. Here's another tea place. She used the log bench trick where you use the log benches as tables. So it's a 1x2 table. And there's Stitches. I love Stitches. Stitches is crashing the tour. Interesting to see the villagers as we walk around. There's a birdwing butterfly. This is where people fish as well. And here's another place. So this is right outside of her outdoor library. She has a waiting area on the beach with a fireplace and a palm tree behind it. It adds to the depth and feeling, the tropical feeling you're supposed to get. And if we go here, we can see this is her outdoor library. Very fancy. She used the log bench trick here as well, where she uses the log benches as tables. And cushions as the seating, because cushions are a little smaller than the log benches, so it looks like, well, it doesn't look like, you do sit a little below the actual log bench. So it works very well. And I wonder how long it took her to get all these bookcases to design this outdoor library. Here's where you write your like award-winning novels, you know, maybe some goodbye letters or hello letters. Why did I say that? Sometimes the things just come out of my mouth, you know, I just can't stop it. What does that even mean? Like hello letters and goodbye letters? What am I trying to say? I don't know. And I could cut that out easily, but I'm not going to. Alright, here's Professor Turtle! Professor Turtle, yes! It looks so nice. I love this. This idea is so nice. She has a turtle on top of her podium. She really enjoys these turtles. I mean, so do I. They look very nice. So this is a classroom that's right above the library. And it has two different chalkboards. She has a plant in the middle as well to make it so it's even. That was just beautiful. I really like that idea with the Professor Turtle. Maybe that's Tortimer. Maybe the turtle in this game is Tortimer. And this is how he's in this game now. Here's her museum entrance. And it's in front of the museum. Of course it would be. It's the entrance. What am I... Oh, God. See? Look. This is what I mean. What am I saying? Oh, here's a koi pond. All right, we'll take a look at that koi pond in a minute. Here's our crafting station. So this is where she does all of her DIY projects. She also has a place to change clothes here. It's very nice to have that in your island. If you ever have a place for it, you could put a wardrobe and change some clothes. So you don't have to go indoors. It saves some time, usually. There are a lot of items in the game that you could change clothes on, so... If we go in here, this is her doctor's office. She has a lot of skeletons in here. Purposeful skeletons this time, not like the ones in the house. And she has a waiting area with a wheelchair. Very nice detail. Oh, this clinic's very nice. And she made an outdoor room with the simple panels. You could always use the simple panels to make an outdoor room. And this is her patient bed over here. I know you could barely see it, but there's like a wooden bed here that you could just lay down and get your checkup, get your physical done, and a thing over there to check your height. I don't know what that's actually called, so I'm not going to say what it is. Here's our birdwing butterfly model, accompanied by some flowers surrounding it, and the koi pond. Now these koi ponds get me so excited because look, I will have these patterns in the description. But basically, you could put some koi patterns and some puddles over stone paths to make it look like it's a pond of water. And I love the flamingos as well. It's a very nice touch. As well as the mum flower as the lily pad. Oh, it's just perfect. And the duck. You always have to include some ducks in the pond. Here's an outdoor laundromat. And I've noticed that actually in Japan, they have these... on the streets sometimes I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. I've never been to Japan, but I've seen it a lot represented in movies, and I've also looked it up online, and I've seen some pictures of it in real life. So it looks very nice representation of it. Here is where you lay down on the beach. I don't know. A lot of bath towels here for you to lay down and relax. Lifeguard place for... She was basically lifeguarding me there, so make sure I don't drown. Thank you so much. We're going to take a... Oh, we already saw that outfit. And this is where you get some crushed ice or shaved ice with a nice coconut drink. And wow, this is such a nice idea. So this is another secret beach, but to make it secret this time, she terraformed cliffs around it. So, oh, it's a date spot. This reminds me of like a romantic setting. Yeah, this looks probably great at night. She has it for rent, so if I ever need to rent a date spot, I will be sure to let her know. If you ever need a spot to have a date in Animal Crossing, this is definitely where I'm gonna take her. You know, I'll ask her to open the island and then, you know, pay her some bells. Go on an Animal Crossing date. I've actually seen people do that in online. I really appreciate everyone that does that. Everyone who visits their girlfriend or significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, long distance. It's a really nice thing that you're doing. It's so wholesome and cute. Also up there, you can see that there's a giant bear with some lighthouses. Very cute. All right, so we're gonna backtrack a little bit to the residential area. Each of our villagers has their yard designed differently. They have different furniture outside of their houses. We have a fisherman villager here. I'm not sure if that's his actual personality, the koalas. I could barely see the photos from here. Oh, but this is also beautiful. She designed a Japanese yard for this villager with a pear tree in the background. Including trees, bushes, and hedges every so often is very nice. And as you can see, she has a cliff terraformed behind all of the villager houses with a hedge pattern at the top. So it does look very nice when you're looking at it from below. And then also it serves a purpose up here. So you can see all of the villager houses below. They're very neatly spaced from each other. And this is a jock villager, clearly, because they have the protein powder and the weights and all of the equipment to work out. And if we come over here, we could see that this is the unicorn villager, Julian. So she has a fountain as well as some starry patterns to represent that. And then here is a nice relaxing place to read outside with a wooden table that's all light themed to go with the light themed houses. Very beautiful, very nice work with theming. Oh, wow. This island's just beautiful. And then if we come over here, this is the bunny villager. It looks like they're experimenting on random things. I like it. And there's a stargazing telescope as well. And we're going to come up here now to another pond, or I think this is her front yard for her house, actually. And I like that you can put a duck on the pillow. I didn't even know you can do that. That's so cute. The duck's kind of just chilling on the pillow. And this is like a cottage core farm area with, if you customize beach balls, you can make some watermelons. And if you plant some saplings, they won't grow. So they really work nicely for this aesthetic if you're going for cottage core or a farm. And she has some beekeeping area over here with the flowers for the bee to get pollen and honey off of. Beautiful. And just a water drinking fountain to tie it all in together, as well as a bag of seed or mulch. You could also use the mum cushions for cabbages and a scarecrow. And she has the peach decorations here, some really overgrown peaches, which I think is just really funny to look at when you're on a farm, I guess. A satellite back there just for small detail. And this is a place to cook some barbecue. And then, I guess this is just another picnic where you can just have some fruit drinks, some fruity drinks. Oh, and she has some lily of the valleys here because this is, of course, a 5-star island with how intricate it is and detailed. I would be surprised if Isabel was like, no, 4 stars. Although I've seen her do that before. So if you have too many items on the ground for decoration. Anyway, she has some koi, and I think we're gonna go into the interview now. So stay tuned if you want to hear her thoughts and her design process on the island, because I'm going to interview her right now. Yeah, so what inspired you to make this island?
Well, this is actually the second layout I made for my island, so I tore it completely down and made it flatlands again.
Now, I can't believe how long you spent on this island. This is like amazing. I love this island so much. How long did it take you?
Oh, thank you. So, my gaming hours are now 595 hours. And I think I took 300 plus for the first layout. And then the rest was for this one.
How did you do this like in that amount of time? I was expecting like maybe like 800 hours or 900 hours. This is an amazing island.
Thank you.
And you did it so quickly as well.
The first layout, I was really not satisfied with it, so I had to make some plans. So the second time, I finally wrote down areas. So my overall goal with the island was like, if I had to live in an island for the rest of my life, what would I need? So I filled it with stuff I wanted, and like the clinics and the graveyard, so I'd have everything I needed till death.
Very awesome. Yeah, that's what I was saying throughout the tour. I'm like, I would want to stay in this hotel, or I would want to stay in this room. Like, and I assumed you were a bird person. Do you have birds in real life?
I actually have like 7 birds now. So I wanted to
7 birds.
Yeah, I wanted to have 7 bird cages too, but it was too lonely to see them separated. So I just left it at 2. Yeah, I have 7 cockatiels. Yeah.
Wow, I love birds too, by the way. They're so awesome.
They really are. I'm trying to teach one of them bubblegum KK, but
have your birds learned any of it? Like even just a little bit of it? No?
They know peekaboo, so that's what they repeat when I play the song.
So those turtles, did you fish all of those by yourself? Because that's a lot of turtles.
Yes, that's one. So those were before I unlocked terraforming. So I loved them so much when I found out that they weren't in cages. So I spent so many nights fishing for them.
Well, you got a lot of them before the season ended. I got like 2. You got like 1 million. How many turtles do you have? It's like 30 or 20 maybe.
Actually, but I want more definitely.
Oh. You want more? You can never have enough turtles.
Yeah, I plan on tearing down this island again and making like a themed one. So possibly a turtle one.
Oh, don't tear it! No, this island's the best. Don't tear it down. I was gonna be so sad to see it go.
I'm gonna have to think about it first. 595 hours is hard to let go of.
You decided to design a hotel, and your sister designed this aesthetic, spooky house, kind of. What was the inspiration for the spooky house?
She was actually choosing between a Zen theme and her second floor room, or the spooky theme.
I see.
Because she played New Leaf, and she liked visiting those horror-themed ones.
I see.
So that's where she was inspired from.
Right.
And I personally hate horror stuff, so I put her house the most corner.
in the nature where no one will find it, behind all of the trees.
Yeah.
No, I love her house entrance, by the way. Yeah, oh, well, is this your first Animal Crossing game, by the way? Have you played any other games in the series?
Oh, I played Wild World and City Folk. And my sister played New Leaf. She wouldn't let me borrow it since she didn't want another resident.
Oh, I see. Do you have any tips for anyone who wants to make an island like yours with kind of a realistic feeling? Any like design tip?
Yeah, the biggest help for me when I redesigned my island was listing down all areas that I wanted. Then I made like which one is most important I have to include. And then they should consider if they want to add another account on it, because it saved a lot of space when I separated all the restaurants, the arcade, and the extra account was a big help. since I made like a hierarchy of what areas I needed on my island, like definitely this is included. Like I grouped them together on what fits if they're beside each other. Like what would make sense if I put it. So because my first layout, the cemetery was right beside like cemetery, my sister's house. Then I had like a lake in between, and then the hotel. So that was a bit creepy.
I see.
So when I rearranged everything, it's like okay, a hotel would make sense near like a resort, so I put it all there. Then a gym, so and I worked that way. So just one area, then spreading out from there.
Thank you for all those design tips. I'm pretty sure people are going to appreciate that because clearly you're a great designer in this game. And I want to thank you
so
for
much. I hope so.
Yeah, I want to thank you for letting me tour your island today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and then to the audience that's watching right now, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.